Hello students, welcome back to Maths class. In last class, we seen about the rational numbers and irrational numbers and the decimal representation in number line. So today we are going to learn about the radical notations. Radical notation. The definition of radical notation is let n be a positive integer. Let n be a positive integer and r be a real number. N be a positive integer and r be a real number. If r power n is equal to x, r power n is equal to x, then r is called as the nth root of x. R is called as nth time root of x, which is equal to x, and we write that in radical notation form. This should be called as nth time root, that is nth root of x. Nth root of x is equal to r. Nth root of x is equal to r. So nth root of x is equal to r. So this is called as radical notation. Okay. So in this radical notation, this square root symbol is called as radical. Square root symbol is called as a radical or radical symbol. Radical symbol, it's represented at square root. Okay. This n should be called as index. Called as index or root index. Called as index or root index. And x should be called as a radicand. Okay. X should be called as radicand. And the value r is called as a number. Okay. For example, cubic root of 27. Cubic root of 27, which is equal to r is the number, that is 3. Cubic root of 27, which means 27 is a radicand and 3 is the index, that is a root index, and 3 must be a number, and square root symbol, this root symbol is called as a radical symbol. Okay. So cubic root of 27. Cubic root of 27 value is equal to 3. How it is 3? So 27, that should be divided by a number, L division. This number is divided, the prime number, starting prime number is 3. So 9 3s are 27. Again, we have to do 3 3s are 9. So 3 times, which is called as cubic root of 27 is written as cubic root of 3 power 3. That should be written as 3. We already studied about the square root values. If 16, square root of 16 is equal to 4. We know that square root of 16 is equal to 4. The square root value is equal to 1 by 2, which means 16 is written as 4 square. The square root symbol value is equal to 1 by 2. So 4 square, the whole power 1 by 2, which is equal to 4 power 2 into 1 by 2, which means a power m, the whole power n is equal to a power m into n. This 2 will be cancelled, that is equal to 4. That is only the answer of square root of 16 is equal to 4. Okay. So same way here quadratic symbol, but here the cubic value. So 3 time root of 27, that is you have to take a cubic root for 27 value, that is equal to 3. This is called as a radical notation. And then we move on to the next topic, that is also the continuous topic, fractional index. The fractional index is nothing but how we are going to tell about the same radical notation comes into the fractional index. For example, 2 power 6. 2 power 6 value is equal to 64. We know that 2 power 6 value is equal to 64, which means 2 power 6 means we have to multiply 2 into 6 times. That is 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32, 32 2s are 64. So if we tell us in powers notation, 64 should be tell us 2 power 6. 64 which is equal to 2 power 6. In the same question we can say in radical notation 2 is equal to 6th time root of 64, which is 6th time root of 64. 64 should be divided by a prime number L division. 2, 32, 2, 16, 2, 8 2s are 16, 2, 4 2s are 8, again 2, 2 2s are 4. So how many 2s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 64 should be written as 2 power 6, that is 6th time root of 64. You can tell us 2 power 6 or else 6th time root of 64 or else the index notation. Index notation in the form means 2 is equal to same root value, we know that 1 by 2. Here 6th time root means that should be written as 64 the whole power 1 by 6. If only the root symbol is given, the root value is 1 by 2, but here 6 is given, 6th time root, so we have to write 1 by 6, which means 64 should be divided as 6 times. And then next to last one, in this form we have to write, we have to tell us, that means the read, we have to read as 2 is the 6th time root of 64. 2 is the 6th time root of 64. Okay, clear? This is what the fractional index. And then next, the same radical index, the meaning of the radical index, which means the meaning of x power m by n. If the fraction is, if the index is given as x power m by n, so where m and n must be a integer, positive integer. M and n must be a positive integer. So we can write is in the mathematical symbol form, that is a radical notation symbol form, x power m by n, which is equal to x power m. This m will come inside the bracket, which is x power m the whole power 1 by n. The numerator m will come inside the bracket, that is x power m the whole power 1 by n, or that 1 by n will come into inside the bracket, that m should be in the power position, that is x power 1 by n the whole power m. This is nothing but same as, we know that the formula we studied in lower classes, a power m into a power n. A power m into a power n, that is what, if multiplication symbol is given, the bases are same and the powers are different, means we can write as a power m plus n. In same way, a power m divided by a power n, bases are same but the powers are different. It's in the division formation, means we have to write a power m by n, a power m by n. This a power m by n we can write as same here, x power m by n. Instead of a power m by n, here we have to write x power m by n. This x power m by n we can write as x power m the whole power 1 by n. This is nothing but the same formation, a power m into the a power m the whole power n. A power m the whole power n means that formula is a power m into n. A power m into n. That same formula which is used here, x power m by n, that should be written as a power m the whole power n. Like that, x power m whole power 1 by n. That should be a power m the whole power n, means a power m into n. M into x power m into 1 by n means m into 1 x power m by n. That should be written as x power m or x power m the whole power n or x power 1 by n or whole power m. Clear? This x power m divided by n is either, if we use mth term the whole power the nth term, mth term to nth term, or nth term to either nth term to mth term. So this also we can write as square root of, that is n, that is nth times square root of x power m, or nth times square root of x the whole power m. Whole power m means nth time root of x power the whole power m means we know that square root value is 1 by 2. So square root we can write as nth time means x power m the whole power, the square root value is 1 by 2. Here nth time means we have to write 1 by n, the same as represent. Clear? Same as represent. If mth term to nth term means we have to write this format, nth term to mth term means we have to write this format. Clear? And then we move on to exercise 2.5. First question, write the following in the form of 5 power n. We have to write the following questions into the 5 power n formation. The first one is 625. 625 should be written as 5 power nth form. N must be a positive integer. Here given number is 625. We have to divide into the L division form. We have to write in the form of 5 power n. So we have to divide by 5 only. 5, 6, 1 5s are 5, remaining 1, 12, 2 5s are 10, remaining 2, 25, 5 5s are 25. Again we have to do it with 5. So 2 5s are 10, remaining 2, 25, 5 5s are 25. Again we have to do it with 5, 5 5s are 25. Okay. So now how many 5s are there? 4 times 5s are there. So 625. Therefore 625 we can write as in the 5 power n form means, which is how many 5s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 power 4. So the n value is equal to 4. Clear? And then second question here, 1 by 5. 1 by 5. So given in the fraction form. So 1 by 5. 1 by 5 means if only 5 is given means that should be taken as 5 power 1. So 1 by 5 power 1. We have to write into the formation of 5 power n. But here 5 is in the denominator. We studied in lower classes also 1 by a, which means a power 1. If a is shifted to denominator should be shifted to numerator means we can write as a power minus 1. If it is 1 means it will change into a power minus 1. That is a inverse property. A power minus 1. If it is 1 by a power 2 means that should be written as a power minus 2. This a power 2 will plus 2 will change into minus 2. A power minus 2. That is a inverse property. Here what is that? 5 power 1. We have to write in the 5 power 1 by 5 power 1. That denominator should come into the numerator. That should be written as 5 power minus 1. That is inverse of inverse property. That is 5 power 1 should be written as 5 power minus 1. So 1 by 5. Therefore 1 by 5 should be written as 5 power minus 1. 5 power minus 1. So we can write as 5 power minus 1 is equal to 1 by 5. Clear? And then third question, root of 5. So here root of 5 is given. We have to change into the 5 power n format. So we know that square root value is taken as 1 by 2. Square root value is taken as 1 by 2. This means 1 by 2 means the quadratic type. Quadratic root of 5, which means root 5 we can write as root 5 is equal to 5 power 1 by 2. Root 5 is equal to 5 power 1 by 2. Clear? And then next to fourth one, square root of 125. Here 5 is given already. So 5 power n we have to write the square root value alone. But here 125 is given. So first of all we have to change 125 into the 5 power formation and then you have to write the square root value. So 125 is given number. So L division method, same 5 power n format. So you have to divide by 5. So 25 5s are 125. Again 5. 5 5s are 25. So 125 which is equal to 5 power 3. So 125 is equal to 5 power 3. So instead of 125 you have to write 5 power 3. So square root of 125 is equal to square root of 5 power 3. So we know that this square root value is equal to 1 by 2. So if you write the square root value as 1 by 2 means 5 power 3. We know that the square root value is 1 by 2, that is whole power 1 by 2. Whole power 1 by 2. Here you have to use the a power m, the whole power n formula, that is a power m into n. Okay, a power m into n. So instead of that, that is 5 power 3 into 1 by 2. Here m is 3, n is 1 by 2. So m into n means 3 into 1 by 2. So 3 into 1, which is equal to 5 power 3 divided by 2. So therefore, square root of 125 is equal to 5 power 3 by 2. Clear? So this type of question will ask in 2 more questions. And then second question, same as first one. Write the following into 4 power n form. First question 5 power n form, second one is 4 power n form. The given number is 16. So same, we have to divide as cell division method. 4 power n. So 4 power n means we have to divide by 4. So 4 4s are 16. So only 2 times. So 16 is equal to 4 power 1 2. So therefore 16 is the formation of 4 power 2. And then third question, find the value of 49 the whole power 1 by 2. 49 the whole power 1 by 2. We know that the 1 by 2 means that is equal to the value of square root. Square root value is equal to 1 by 2. So directly you can take as square root of 49 is equal to, we know that 49 is a 7 tables formation, that is 7 7s are 49. So directly we know that the value, that is 7. But here you have to use the radical index only. For that 49 the whole power 1 by 2. Here the given number is in the 49. So 49. So you have to divide into the L division method. So first of all you have to write what is that 4. The number 49 is odd number or even number? Odd number. So you have to divide the least prime factor. Here 2 is divisible 49? No. And then next one is 3. 3 is possible? No. And the next one is 5. Next prime number is 5. 5 is divisible 49? No. And the next prime number is 7. So 7 alone divided the number 49. So 7 7s are 49. So that is 49 is equal to 7 square, like this. Okay. So 49 the whole power 1 by 2, which is equal to 7 square the whole power 1 by 2. 7 square the whole power 1 by 2. Here again we have to use a power m the whole power n formula. So that is a power if m into n. A power m the whole power n, which is equal to a power m into n. Same here, m is equal to 2, n is equal to 1 by 2. So 7 power 2 into 1 by 2. So 2 will be cancelled, which is equal to 7 power 1. That should be written as 7. So 49 power 1 by 2 value, which is equal to 7. So question number 3 is also 2 more questions. And the next one is find the value of 243 the whole power 2 by 5. And third question is 9 power minus 3 by 2. So first we have to find out the value 243 the whole power 2 by 5. Here the given number is 243. So first you have to do it as L division method. 243 you have to divide by a prime number only. Prime number means which is divisible by 1 or itself. Or a number அதே நம்பராலையும் ஒன்னாலையும் மட்டும் டிவைட் ஆகிறதுக்கு பேர் தான் என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா prime number. Okay, so here 243 is a odd number, so we have to divide by prime number. 2 is not possible. The next prime number is 3. If this number is divisible by 3, 8 3s are 24, and the next 1 3s are 3, 81. So 81 3s are 243. Again you have to do it with 3. So 2 3s are 6, remaining 2, 21. 7 3s are 21. Again you can divide by 3. So 9 3s are 27. Again you have to divide by 3. 3 3s are 9. So only you have to divide with prime number only. So don't do here 81. We know that 9 9s are 81. So directly you can write as 9 into 9. That is wrong. You have to divide with prime factors only. So how many times 3 is that? 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 times is that. So 243. So 243, which is equal to 3 power 5. 3 power 5. So instead of 243, we can write as 3 power 5. So 243, the whole power 2 by 5 is written as 3 power 5, the whole power 2 by 5. So this is also the a power m, the whole power n, which is equal to a power m into n format. So we can write as 3 power 5 into 2 by 5. So 5 will be cancelled, which is equal to 3 power 2. So 3 power 2 is nothing but 3 into 3. You have to multiply 3 2 times. Don't do that. 3 2s are 6. Okay. So 3 power 2 means you have to multiply 3 2 times. So 3 3s are 9. So therefore 243, the whole power 2 by 5 value, which is equal to 9. Clear? And the next third one is 9 power minus 3 by 2. 9 power minus 3 by 2. Here the given number is 9. So 9 you have to divide as L division form. So 2 is not possible. So next prime factor is 3. So 3 3s are 9. Enough. So 2. So 9 is equal to 3 square. So instead of 9 you have to write 3 square. So 9 power minus 3 by 2, you can write as 3 power 2, the whole power minus 3 by 2. So same format, a power m, the whole power n, that is a power m into n. We can write as 3 power 2 into minus 3 by 2. So 2 will be cancelled, which is equal to 3 power minus 3. 3 power minus 3. And 3 power minus 3, I already told you in the first question, 1 by a power 1 or a power 1 by a power 2, we can write as is in inverse form a power minus 2. So this plus 2 will change into the numerator, that is minus 2. Same inverse property reverses. 3 power minus 3 we can write as 1 by 3 power 3 plus 3. So minus 3 if it comes into the denominator, here the positive value comes into the denominator to numerator, means we have to change minus. Here minus is there, so you have to write, so numerator to denominator, this is 3 power minus 3 divided by 1. So 3 power minus 3 will comes into the denominator, means minus 3 will change into the plus 3. So 3 power 3. 3 power 3 means we know that 3 into 3. Don't do that, 3 3s are 9. So 3 you have to multiply 3 times. 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. So 3 power minus 3 value, that is 1 by 3 power 3, that is 1 by 3 power 3 value is 27. So therefore 9 power minus 3 by 2 value is equal to 1 by 27. Clear? So these type of questions, 2 more questions. Next fourth one, find the value of 64 divided by 125, the whole power minus 2 by 3. So we have to find out the value for this number. So the number is given in the fraction form. So first you have to find out for the numerator, same L division method. do it with prime factors only. 2, 3 2s are 6, 2 2s are 4. So 2, 1 2s are 2, remaining 1, 12, 6 2s are 12. Again 2, 8 2s are 16. Again 2, 4 2s are 8. Again 2, 2 2s are 4. So how many times? So 64 is equal to 2 power 6. Same way, the second number, the denominator number is 125. So here we have to divide by prime number 5 only, because the last digit is end up with 5. So 25 5s are 125. Again 5, 5 5s are 25. So how many times? 3 times. So 125 is equal to 5 power 3. So we can write 64 and 125. Instead of 64 and 125, you have write 2 power 6 and 5 power 3. So 64 divided by 125, the whole power minus 2 by 3, which is equal to, instead of 64, you have write 2 power 6 divided by 125, 5 power 3. The whole power minus 2 by 3. Here 3 is common in numerator and denominator. Okay, so 2 power 6 you can write as 2 power 2 the whole power 3. We know that a power m the whole power n is equal to a power m into n. So 2 3s are 6 divided by 5 power 3. The whole power minus 2 by 3. So here 3 is a common power. So we can write as 2 power 2 divided by 5 the whole power 3, because 3 is a common power, and then the whole power minus 2 by 3. So here this is a power m the whole power n, that is a power m into n, that is nothing but 2 power 2 divided by 5 the whole power 3 into minus 2 by 3. So here 3 will be cancelled. We know that 2 square is 4 divided by 5 the whole power minus 2. Whole power minus 2. If I already told you a power minus 2 is written as 1 by a power 2. Inverse property. Same as here minus 2 is there. If we have to change the power into plus, means we have to write 1 by 4 power 5 the whole power plus 2. 1 by 4 by 5 the whole power plus 2. Minus 2 will comes into the denominator, will change into the plus value. So 4 by 5 the whole square, means the square value is both numbers. If this would be written as 1 by 4 square divided by 5 square. So what is that 4 square? 16 divided by 5 square is 25. If it is 1 divided by 16 by 25, means 16 by 25 will change into the reciprocal. 1 by 16 by 25, if 16 by 25 comes into the denominator, will change into the reciprocal, that is 25 divided by 16. 25 divided by 16. Or else for these steps, you just skip these steps. You can write as 4 by 5 as 5 by 4. You can change the power symbol into plus symbol. Clear? If you continue these steps, means directly you can continue up to here. If you are change here, means directly you can change here 4 by 5 in the reciprocal form, that is 5 by 4. The power should be changed into the positive value. So, and then next you have to inside the power, that is 5 square, then 4 square, that should be written as 25 divided by 16. So therefore 64 divided by 125 the whole power 2 by 3 value is equal to, what is that? 25 divided by 60. Clear? And next, fourth question. Use a fractional index to write. So given number, you have to write into a fractional index. First question is given as root 5. So you have to write into the fractional index. We already seen in the definition, and some examples I also given. Root 5. So we know that root value is equal to 1 by 2. So root 5 is written as 5 power 1 by 2. 5 power 1 by 2. So this is what the value of root 5 into the fractional index. Clear? And then second question, here is given as 2. If 2 is given means also true. If it is not given, simply given in root, square root value is also taken as 1 by 2. So 7, root 7. We know that square root value is 1 by 2. So here already is given 2. So we can write as 7. The whole power, what is the value is given? 2. So whole power 1 by 2. So this is what the value of square root of 7. And third one is given cubic root of 49 the whole power 5. Root value I already told you 1 by 2, but here cubic root is given. If normal root is given, that value is 1 by 2. If cubic root is given, that value is 1 by 3. If fourth time root is given, that is 1 by 4. If fifth time root is given means that is 1 by 5. Okay, so here cubic root is given, so we have to write 49 the whole power 1 by 3, and again the whole power 5. And now we know that a power m into a power m, the whole power m, that is a power m into n. That should be written as 49 power 1 by 3 into 5. So 5 into 1, so 5 means 5 by 1. 5 into 1, 5, that is 49 power 5 divided by 3 into 1, 3, 5 by 3. This is what the cubic root of 49 the whole power 5 value. Okay. And then fourth question is given 1 divided by cubic root of 1000. So we can write as, so 1 if you multiply up to n times, 100 times, 200 times, 1000 times means that is, it is equal to 1. So 1 if you multiply number of times, plenty of times, you will get the answer 1 only. So you can write as 1 divided by cubic root means 100 the whole power 1 by 3. So 1 is also you can write as 1 by 3. If you take cubic root of 1 value is also 1. So 1 should be taken as cubic root of 1. So common roots is there. So 1 by 3 is common. The whole power 7, which is written as 1 divided by 100 the whole power 1 by 3, again the whole power 7. Now a power m the whole power n, so that is written as 1 by 100 the whole power 1 by 3 into 7, that is 7 into 1, 1 by 100 the whole power 7 by 3. So this is what the value of 1 by cubic root of 100 the whole power 7 value. Clear? And then fifth question, find the fifth root of, first question is 32, second one is 243, and fourth one is 1024 divided by 3125. So first one is 32. You have to find out fifth root of 32. Fifth root of means, I told you in the fractional index, fifth root of 32. If you take 5 times fifth, 5 times root of 32 means what is the value? So 32, the given number is 32. So you have to divide into the L division method. So 32 is an even number, so you can divide by 2. So 16 2s are 32, again 2, 8, again 2, 4, again 2, 2. So how many times? 5 times. So fifth root of 32 is equal to, instead of 32 you can write as fifth time root of 2 power 5. We know that, I already told you. So fifth time root is written as 2 power 5. Fifth time root is written as 1 by 5. So again a power m, the whole power n, that should be written as 2 power 5 into 1 by 5. 5 will be cancelled, which is equal to 2. So therefore fifth time root of 32 is equal to 2. Clear? And the next 243. So this is also, what is that? Fifth time root of 243. So 243, same, you can divide by 3. 8 3s are 24, 1 3s are 3, again 3, 2 3s are 6, 27 3s are 81, 3, 9, 3s are 27, 3 3s are 9. So how many 3s are there? 5 3s. So 243, fifth time root of 243 is equal to, instead of 243 is equal to 3 power 5. So which is fifth time root of 3 power 5. Same, 3 power 5, the whole power 1 by 5, because fifth time root value is 1 by 5. So same, a power n, the whole power n. So 3 power 5 into 1 by 5, 5 will be cancelled, which is equal to 3. So therefore fifth time root of 243 value is equal to 3. Clear? And then fourth one is 1024 divided by 3025. You have to find out fifth time root value. You have to write the number inside the root only. Don't write 5 root 1024. Okay, this is wrong. You have to write fifth time root, means you have to write into the square root only. Okay. So first number is given as 1024. That is, you can divide by 2. 5 2s are 10, 1 2s are 2, 2 2s are 4. Again 2, 2 2s are 4, remaining 1, 5 2s are 10, remaining 1, 6 2s are 12. Again 2, 1, 2, 8. Again 2, 6, 4. Again 2, 3, 2. Again 2, 18, 16. Again 2, 8. Again 2, 4. Again 2, 2. So how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1024 is equal to 2 power 10. 2 power 10. And then 3125. The last number is end up with 5. So you can divide by 5. So 6 5s are 30. Remaining 1, 2 5s are 10. Remaining 2, 5 5s are 20. Again 2, so 5. 1 5s are 5. Remaining 1, 2 5s are 10. Remaining 2, 5 5s are 25. Again 5. 22 5s are 125. Again 5. 5 5s are 25. So how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So 3125, which is equal to 5 power 5. So now you can write as fifth time root of, instead of 1024, you can write as 2 power 10. So 2 power 10 is written as 2 power 2, the whole power 5, because 2 5s are 10. Here is also 5. So you have to write 2 power 2, the whole power 5. 2 power 10, instead of 2 power 10, you can write as 2 power 2, the whole power 5, because power value must be equal to same, divided by 5 power 5. Okay, so now we know that the value of root, fifth time root means, that is here. First of all, you have to look at the powers inside the square root. That is fifth time root of 2 power 2 means, that is 4 divided by 5, the whole power 5. This power 5 is common, so you have to take it as common. So now you know that fifth time root means, that is 4 power 5, the whole power 5, the whole power 1 by 5. This fifth time root is 1 by 5. Now a power m, the whole power n formula. So 4 by 5, the whole power 5 into 1 by 5. 5 will be cancelled, which is equal to 4 by 5. So therefore, fifth time root of 1024 divided by 3125 value is equal to 4 by 5. Clear? So dear students, today no homework for you, so you have to try the problems which we are seen in this previous classes, and also you have to solve these questions which I took in this class, and also you have to try to solve in example sums also. Only 2 sums are there, I think. So you just follow the class. Is there any doubt? Kindly ask me. Okay. Thank you, dear students.